like a skinny thing, I like a thunder thighs. Someone asked SZA, is she into younger guys? They acting strange around me now, I wonder why. It's like every time they see me, the tongue is tied. And we don't talk at all, we shut up and get money, guys. I'm surprised, oh, he's switching up, he wasn't one of mine.
What's up, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hello, what's up, how you doing? If you want to see me clean my kitchen, that's gonna go from this to this, then go ahead and just keep on watching. As I am cleaning my kitchen, I want to do a little story time, and hopefully I have enough time to tell this little story of why I decided to quit my job. I was working at a grocery store. I was there for a little over a year. I became supervisor 3 months after working there, and then I started having problems with the new store manager. She was not a people person. She wanted to do things her way, which I could understand. She's a store manager. She can do whatever she wants. But there was another employee that was hired, and she had the most nastiest and ugliest attitude, personality ever. She did not want anybody to tell her what to do. Well, when I was supervisor, I had to do my job in telling the employees what needed to be done, or if they're doing something wrong, I had to talk to them and let them know what they are doing is wrong, so and so. This little girl, she was about 18 years old, 19 years old. She didn't like, at first I got along with her, but then she got to the point to where she didn't want anybody at all telling her what to do. So I was organizing a candy rack, and I heard her talking to one of the sackers, and I heard them talking about something that they shouldn't have been talking about in front of a customer. So I went and I confronted her. Well, I talked to her whenever she had no customers. And I walked away because I did not want any problems with her, because I already know myself. So because I'm a supervisor, I had to handle everything the right way. So I walked away, and she started going off talking about, what did I say? Why don't you come to me and tell me to my face? And I wasn't going to have it. I just cut the conversation off. So as I'm helping a cashier sack, because we were short on sackers, so I was helping her sack. I see the same girl get on her telephone. She's not texting. She's talking on the phone while she's ringing up a customer. So I waited till she got off the phone, and I told her, I said, hey, you cannot be on the phone while you are ringing up customers. And she started saying, oh, you don't pay for this damn phone bill, yada, yada, yada. So I walked away, and I went and I called my CSM in the office. And he started asking me who was the manager, who was this. But the manager on duty was getting bitched at by the store manager, because this lady has no life. She would go home and watch the videos. She would watch us work at home through the videos. So she was getting bitched at for that. So I went to work the next day. I went to work an hour early to talk to the store manager about the incident that happened that night. Because that same night when I was getting into it with that little girl, her sister comes in the store, and she's like staring me the hell down. And I already knew who she was, because she was going towards her sister. So as they're walking out, the girl that works there, she walk in the front and starts talking about fuck these hoes and this and that, blah, yada, yada, yada. I can hear her she's walking towards the front, and I'm standing by the office, which is a good distance from the front door. So I go in, and I'm talking to the store manager, and everything that I told this lady, she just completely ignored. She just let me talk, and then she asked me, is it true that you told so-and-so that you were going to slap the hell out of her? And I said, what in the world? I was like, no, I didn't. I said, there's witnesses. And I told her who the witnesses were. Not one time did they ever call anybody in the office to ask if it was true or not. But I was like, whatever. So Super Bowl Sunday, I am working at self-checkout. And this store manager comes through self-checkout, and I'm helping a customer. She's there, and she starts telling me, excuse me, ma'am, my light is flashing. So I'm telling the customer, I said, give me a second, I'll be back. So I rushed over there, I scanned my override, and I was walking away. And as I'm walking away, this bitch talk about, excuse me, do you have an issue? So I stopped, I turned around and I said, did I say anything to you? Did I say there was an issue? I said, no, I didn't. I said, and I turned back around and I walked away. So she walked away, and a cashier is walking my way, and he comes to me. And when I seen him coming my way, I already knew what she wanted. So he comes to me and says, hey, Flor, the manager wants me to take over for you so that way she can talk to you in the office. Fine. I go. She's in the office with a witness, because you have to have a witness in there for whatever reason. So she starts talking. I said, before you start telling me anything, I need my union rep to be here to speak for me. So I call my union rep. He tells me that he cannot be there because he's in Austin. Okay, so another union rep that works where I worked at comes to me and says, hey, are you ready for me to represent you to so-and-so? So I was like, okay. So we go in the office, and as I go in the office, I'm recording the conversation because this lady tends to lie. She starts telling me, I was a customer. I didn't have my badge on. I told you that my light was flashing. You walked to me with an attitude. She said, what was the issue? So I said, the issue is the way you talked to me, the way you handled the situation. I said, you could have pulled me to the side and said, hey, next time this, and this, or don't do this, and this. I said, but you wanted to cause a scene at self-checkout. I said, you have the worst attitude. I said, you talk to all of your employees like crap. I said, and I can give you a list of names. And so as I'm talking to her, my union rep calls her and she tells me to leave the office. So then maybe 10 minutes later, he calls me and tells me that she wants me to leave the store and she did not want me to go back. She was trying to get me terminated. So I was like, trying to get me terminated for what? Because I didn't greet her, thank her, and bow down and kiss her toes. So I was without a job for like 3 days until I was basically forced to get transferred to a different store. The store that I was transferred to, there was no position open for me. They took my supervisor position away and they put me on a 6-month probation. They weren't supposed to do that. So the store that they transferred me to is a store that the store manager was transferred out of. So it was just getting to my mental health. And I was like, you know what? This job is not worth me going crazy, going through my state of depression, being so stressed out. So I just called it quits. And now I am studying to get my GED because I want to pursue my dreams and becoming a cosmetologist. So that's just what I'm going to do. So, but I love being home with the kids. I'm starting to build up on my small business again and just going to live my life a day at a time. I don't have to worry about dealing with anybody. The only people I have to deal with are the people that I live with, and that's about it. So, that manager thinks that she won because she thinks I got fired. No, ma'am, I quit. And I am rehireable if I want to go back to that store, but I'm not about to go back to that store because it was just way too much drama for me. And the reason why I was transferred out, that I was forced to get transferred out, was all stupid reasons, because she has it in her head that I told that girl that I was going to slap the shit out of her. There is no evidence, no proof, nothing. The union didn't do shit about it. So I just, I'm paying my union dues, but y'all can't do anything about keeping me where I'm already at. So I said the hell with it. And I just left. I left. I didn't even give them a 2 weeks notice. I just called them the day that I was quitting and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going back, because how am I going to go from being a cashier to a supervisor back down to a cashier? That didn't make any sense. So, but that was my little story time. I know it's a longer story, but it's too much to go into detail. So yeah, no, I'm just living my life a day at a time, but I'm loving it. So I also wanted to get done with this story before this video finished, because I know it's about to be done, and I don't post on a daily basis. So the part 2, if there would have been a part 2, would have been who knows how long. But I am now finishing up with this kitchen. I'm trying to see what I can do about posting my small business here, or making videos of me doing because I do cups, I do tumblers, I do shirts, I do a lot of stuff. So, but if you would like to see that, comment down below. Yeah, so just gonna let y'all finish watching this video. Enjoy the little peaceful music, or the whatever music that I have here. So yeah. So here is the final result. That pot has some meat that's starting out, but my kitchen looks nice and beautiful. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you in the next video.